The ENFP-INTJ relationship is by far the most popular in the entire MBTI community. It doesn't take looking far to find a wealth of memes and information that support the assertion that these two types are supposed to be inseparable. Is this due to the fact that the two are practically exact opposites, or is it some insidious scheme at play by the ENFPs? Today, I'm going to be presenting my 5 reasons why every INTJ needs an ENFP in their life. INTJs, take your fingers off the buttons that you're thinking about pressing to launch your missiles my way and just give me a chance, okay? Let's get started. Starting right off, let's face it, we INTJs are not necessarily the best at having conversations with other people. We avoid people at almost every opportunity. To top it off, our cool, brooding mentality, tinged with the I just don't care attitude, screams, stay away. Did I mention the scowl and the folded arms? The flip side of this is that ENFPs actually care about others. They will go running straight to someone else just to have a conversation with them. This is despite the fact that ENFPs have FI, introverted feeling, as their second cognitive function. This slightly higher priority of feelings helps ENFPs communicate better with others, as they are prioritizing their feelings over their logic and can meet others at that feeling level that us INTJs just don't get too fast. For INTJs, this changes conversations from potentially being one-sided or completely non-existent to being potentially engaging and informative. To add further to this, ENFPs possess extroverted intuition, NE, as their primary cognitive function. NE flips the script on its introverted counterpart as it is an idea machine, spitting out idea after idea at a speed comparable to that of a machine gun. This idea generation promotes conversation as ENFPs quickly go from topic to topic enthusiastically. Any INTJ that gets caught up in the conversation will probably get a little lost at times, but ultimately will come out the better, as the ENFP's emotional excitement will pull the INTJ's logical mind right along with it. Trust me, this is a thing. I have been in conversations with my ENFP friend and gotten excited over the logic and engrossed in the topic. I have also got a little lost in the conversations when it jumped to a different topic and I wasn't ready for it to. Of course, there were times when I just stood back and let the ENFP go to town in the conversation because I just didn't have anything to say. Take it from me. If you're going to a social situation, you absolutely want an ENFP with you. Following off from the last point, ENFPs don't just make good conversation partners. Their extroverted intuition also makes world domination easier. Oops, did I say that out loud? I mean, they are great introverted intuition enablers. This one should be kind of obvious, but I'll explain it anyways. As NI dominants, INTJs can get stuck on certain problems from a lack of information in our minds to feed to our subconscious to process. This is why we sometimes take a long time to make decisions. However, when paired with the ENFP's constant idea generation of extroverted intuition, the floodgates are opened and the INTJ's mind becomes a rich farmland. In other words, the INTJ won't get stuck so much. Now, some might consider the ENFP's continuous need to express ideas as, well, annoying. In practice, I've not found this to be really that bad. More often, my ENFP can be blissfully talking along while my mind floats off till that eureka moment comes where I come back around and chime in with some insider thought. I personally find this relaxing and not annoying. In whatever instance of annoyance there might have been, it was more than likely from my failure to communicate my need to just be alone for a while. Whatever the case may be, ENFPs are a fountain of ideas that both feed and are fed by INTJs in an endless loop. One of the more unique aspects of the relationship between ENFPs and INTJs is the emotional one. Though they both have introverted feeling and extroverted thinking cognitive functions, the placement of these two functions is key to the relationship. For INTJs, we have extroverted thinking as our secondary cognitive function, though as I explained in a previous video, this comes out as our primary language thanks to NI. ENFPs help balance this through their unique stack of cognitive functions. Having FI as their second function can help balance out the raw reason of INTJs with an emotional coding that other types will better understand. Also, the ENFP further acts as a balancer to the INTJ, as ENFPs have TE as their third function. Thereby, they are able to enjoy the balance of reason and emotion while filtered through the lens of constant ideas. Conversely, from my own perspective, ENFPs need this balance just as much as INTJs. The INTJ's cool and rational tendencies help to calm the stressed ENFP when their internalized emotional structure starts to become troubled. Once the two find understanding in each other, the relationship becomes symbiotic as they feed off of each other's natural tendencies. Perhaps one of the biggest needs for INTJs is to be able to draw back away from the world to recharge. I say this because one of the biggest misconceptions about ENFPs is that they are like little Energizer bunnies that always constantly are on. The truth is, ENFPs need breaks too. Now, this can vary from the extrovertedness of the individual, but from my experience, ENFPs need a break from the world in order to recharge themselves emotionally. Because of this, they can get very quiet, in part due to the reasoning and philosophical side that is TE. Jumping back over to ENFP's extroverted intuition, they can merrily go about their lives and leave the INTJ alone, even if later you will pay by the 1,000-word essay that is their day's events that they will unload upon you upon their return. Hey, I never said this was going to be perfect. When it comes right down to it, ENFPs just somehow know how to have fun. Whether it's their energetic, bubbly personalities or just their need to do things that satisfy them emotionally. Are you not all that really into dressing up for Halloween? The ENFPs got your back. They will be at that Halloween event dressed up in some costume that just screams Halloween. Wait, scream? Dang, I'm making bad puns today. Know someone who's having a birthday? Guess who's guaranteed to be there to do something fun, whether it's called for or not. Oh, and if there's a song on that they love, you're guaranteed to hear about it. This enthusiasm is a trait that causes them to drag INTJs into having fun in almost any setting, whether we are willing or not. If they just didn't like us so much, they would be so much easier to avoid. But that's the point. ENFPs break through that hard INTJ outer shell to get to the slightly softer, creamy filling. And even though my personal experience with ENFPs will be different from yours, it still is the fact that ultimately ENFPs fit rather nicely into our little corner of the world. So if you're an INTJ that has been blessed with an ENFP in your life, I suggest that you take a long, hard look at this list and then look at your ENFP and say absolutely nothing as they drag you to the grocery store for just a gallon of milk that will obviously turn into a 20-minute conversation with the cashier. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, now's your chance. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. And if you have an idea that maybe I didn't think about, drop it in the comments section down below. Don't forget to check out one of my other videos. They'll be popping up on screen, you know, sometime, if they're not already there. But thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.